Okay. I'm like really loving this game actually. It's really interesting. I just like how it's played, like how it, like everything about it basically. We last left off with we're meeting up with Proctor, who I think is like an ex-detective on the case or something of the people who were like murdered in the 80s, like the ones who were murdered like my dad in this game. And so we helped him get his seizure medication because he was like about to die. You know, fatalistically, we were there at the right time to help him out and go to the pharmacy and steal medication. So that was really great of us. The Nebuchadnezzar Mesopotamian imagery that we see on the startup menu still hasn't found its way into this game. So I'm really curious to see what what if that even has anything to do with this, because that's the reason I bought this game. But even if though it doesn't have anything to do with it so far that I can tell, this game is awesome. I think this is a great game. Okay, let's look around.
My clothes aren't expensive.
Okay, no.
An artistic soul in human flesh. That's me, all right.
All right, I want to see if we could look around his apartment before we talk to him.
Pictures of his loved ones, apparently. Photographs are windows into the past. I would never steal these treasures from anyone.
Also, really like the main protagonist. I really vibe with him, so that's always good.
An antique clock. It's beautiful. Handmade, I presume. I better not touch that. He has quite a collection of old mystery novels.
Oh,
I have plenty of books of my own.
you sure about that?
A bar stocked with top-shelf liquor. 18-year-old scotch. Fine cognac. You name it. Old men tend to be rather protective of their liquor cabinets. I shouldn't touch that. This picture fits perfectly here. I better not touch that.
He's definitely not touching anything. Okay, I just want to look around. All right, Proctor.
He has that far-off look in his eyes. I can't imagine the things he's seen in his life as a detective. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Of course not.
Have we even told him who we are yet? His father's assassination? Okay, I'm a little lost. Hold on.
You were a detective once, weren't you?
Yes, I was. Why do you ask?
I've read a lot about you.
Oh, you have you? I didn't think anyone gave a damn about the old schoolers.
You were a hell of a detective back in the day. One of the best.
I don't know about all that. It was a job. I did it better than most, I suppose.
Okay.
I'm sure you heard about the death of Carl Elmstadt.
Of course, it was all over the news. I understand they caught the bastard. He deserves to rot in prison. Though nowadays, prison is for girls. These degenerates spend all day watching TV, going to the gym, studying. Ha! Might as well be a spa resort. Back in my day, prison was hell. If you murdered a good man like Carl Elmstadt, you were made to feel the full, brutal force of the law. Who's Elmstadt to you?
Who's
I'm Richard
Elmstead to
Elmstead.
you?
His son.
He's just a fan?
Oh, I'm so sorry, my boy. I can't imagine your pain.
But you can help me.
How's that?
Can't you see it? The mayor promises change and reform. Then, he's assassinated. Sound familiar?
You're referring to the cases I closed more than 30 years ago. They were solved, my boy. What does your father have to do with them?
People are so
same
cut and
people
dry.
did.
They have like no room
You
for
know
the
it.
possibility that they're
Know
wrong.
what?
There is a secret society that rules this city. They're not elected. They exist in the shadows.
You're drawing conclusions based on conspiracy theories.
Am I?
Either way, your father's case is closed. They caught his killer. What else is there
Because
to
it's
do?
never the wrong guy or a guy who was
Can't
framed.
let them get away with this.
And you plan to reopen the investigation all by yourself? That's madness.
Help me or don't. You can't change my mind.
I was a young man with crazy ideas once, too. If some old man told me it was impossible, I told him to shove off, and did it anyway. Very well. I will help you if I can.
I'm not really feeling this, man. So what? Oh, so father's assassination meant my father's assassination. So we already talked about it, but I guess we can keep talking about it.
This was no ordinary break-in.
That's cool.
It was a planned assassination just like in the cases you worked so many years ago.
Those cases are closed. Cold-blooded thieves in the night, nothing more.
But you don't believe that. You're not on the force anymore. You don't have to lie to me. At this point, you're only lying to yourself.
Really?
All right, but what I'm about to tell you has never been proven.
That's not what we
I came
asked.
close a few times, but my superiors wouldn't hear of it. They even tried to suspend me for talking about it.
I'm listening.
There is a group of people. They rule this city from the shadows.
He just said that was
They
a
control
conspiracy theory.
everything. If you step out of line, they will kill you.
I knew it.
As I said, I could never prove any of it. No one was allowed to investigate any case relating to the matter. I had to turn a blind eye. I had to carry on as though I knew nothing.
Well, speak freely now. You're in what's it called? What's something company? Polite company? What's it called? You know what I'm talking about.
But who are these people? Are they mobsters? A secret society?
Mixed
I
company?
really
That's
don't
not
know.
it.
I only know they exist and that they've been here for decades.
You must know more.
There were rumors that they moved through the city using underground tunnels. But that's impossible, and I never found any reason to believe that was true.
Underground tunnels is one of the
That's
biggest
all I know,
conspiracy
my
theories.
boy.
Thank you, sir. This has been
I
very
think it's actually
helpful.
one of the scariest. It's really creepy, especially after seeing Us. That changed my whole life. That changed my whole world. So eerie.
What about those murders you investigated back in the 80s?
Music doesn't really fit this scene,
They were
but
similar to my father's case, weren't they?
Somewhat.
Tell me what you know. Please. You caught 4 of these murderers. They must have told you something.
No one said anything. Most of them died before I had the chance to question them. I believe there is only one still alive, but
What?
it's pointless to speak to him.
Why?
let me
Who is
decide
he?
that.
His name is Michael Coltrane, but everyone just calls him Crazy Mike. Spends all day rambling about aliens or monsters or some nonsense like that. After we arrested him, we had him institutionalized.
Crazy Mike. You know what? This reminds me of I just started watching the show Daredevil. I'm about to spoil it if you've never seen it. I'm like on episode 9 or something. But it's really common. You see it in a lot of movies, I think, and just in life. So basically in the show, he's looking for the guy who robbed this lady and like killed her in the process. And she just so happens to be like this tenant that they were trying to pay off to move because they want to get this building to this crime guy or whatever. You know, they're trying to buy out the tenants so they can own like the buildings and like turn them into whatever they want. And she wanted to just stay there. I never understood this kind of thing, like why people are so gung-ho on living in the same spot forever. I do understand capitalism and trying to resist it and all that. And also it's like the mob essentially, so you don't want to really work them. But anyways, but they're trying to buy off all of the tenants and she's refusing and she's trying to get other tenants to refuse. And then obviously she ends up dead because this guy robbed her. And it's very clear that someone hired the robber to murder her, make it look like it was an accident, not like a hit job. Anyways, Daredevil finds the guy who's like a drug addict. You know, he's clearly not a mastermind, but someone hired him to do it. Anyways, my point is like, that's just reminds me of this. It's very, very like I feel like it's a very typical crime thing to do when you want to keep your name out of it, but still get what you want.
What can you tell me about this Crazy Mike?
He was once a very talented assassin. Killed a lot of politicians across South America and Europe in the 80s. His psychiatrist claims he had an epiphany. He suddenly realized the horrors of his profession, and snap! He couldn't take the guilt. He went insane.
Is he still in the same prison hospital?
As far as I know. Why?
We're gonna go talk to him.
And what do you plan to do? Kick down the door and demand to question a lunatic? They'll lock you up with him. You can't just visit a place like that.
We'll just say he's our cousin.
And even if you do see him, he won't tell you a thing. I can still picture the crazy look in his eyes when we busted his apartment. And the smell! He hadn't gotten up off the floor in a week. Pissed all over himself. Couldn't even speak except for some gibberish about the monsters. He was terrified. We never could get a confession out of him. Couldn't even get him to say a proper sentence. I can't imagine they cured him in that hospital.
Still, I need to speak to him. It could help me a lot.
You can try, but I wouldn't if I were you.
I appreciate your help.
Of course.
Okay. Another thing, what I just mentioned, the CIA did stuff like this as well. And not just the CIA, but also like other foreign governments or whatever. I don't know what they're called in other countries. But like during the Cold War, they would go to different countries that, you know, like all over the world on different continents and get two factions against each other. Like they'd give one side guns and weapons and all that and try to convince them to be like, oh, turn your country into like a democratic state or whatever. And, you know, that's what like all these like little civil wars were created, and then they just like they left, and then those wars like kept going on. My point is that even the government is guilty. Even the government, like they're exempt. But you know what I mean? Like you think of mobsters doing this, but actually the government does this too, where they will get a middleman to do the dirty work for them and try not to have it like tied back to them. But there's a bunch of books and stuff like this. Anyways, I'm also thinking like the guy he said that used to be an assassin and he's calling him crazy. I wasn't super listening, but I wonder if there's another thing that happens where people will also drug you so that you're not credible, or so that you lose your memory, or so you can't even really speak on who hired you and stuff like that. It's like it's another way instead of just killing you. So I wonder if they did that to this guy Mike. So is that it?
I have nothing to say to him at the moment.
Also, he's kind of a super annoying, this old man.
Far off look in his.
Okay, so we looked at everything in his house, pretty sure. And let's go. We're gonna go find Mike. I'm not gonna call him Crazy Mike. Sounds
Thank you
derogatory.
for your time, sir. I'll let you be now.
No trouble at all. It was a pleasure to meet you, Richard. Good luck with your investigation. And thanks again for helping me.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Man.
You're welcome.
Don't mention it.
See, he's a guy called Crazy Mike, also in a mental asylum. That's like a derogatory use of the word crazy. I don't appreciate it. Okay, well, we know the pharmacy's this way, right? This man just walking. He don't have a car or a bus. Oh, okay. Wow, prison hospital. He's in a prison hospital. All right. Guess we're just going straight there. We could check on Judy. She probably doesn't want us around right now, though. Okay.
What can I say? It's a door.
Adorable.
I'll need to get past this guard if I want to meet Michael Coltrane.
I know exactly what to say if they give me the option.
This one is closed. I should try the open one.
Really?
This one... I better not touch that.
Hello.
Hello, officer.
You should have to make appointments for stuff like
afternoon,
this.
Can I help you?
Well,
I'm here to visit
especially
Michael
like
Coltrane.
post-COVID, you do.
And you are?
A friend of his.
Should have said family.
Mr. Coltrane is not allowed visitors. There's been a court order.
I really need to see him. It's urgent.
That'll do it.
No exceptions, sir. The only people allowed to see him are his doctors and those with explicit permission from the court. I cannot let you in.
I see.
We could have pretended to be like his lawyer, I guess.
It's no use. He won't let me in just like that.
We're just gonna walk in. Let's go. Can we?
Where do you think you're going, sir? That area is off limits.
The voice acting is a
We'll
little...
only let in doctors and those with explicit permission from the court. Show me your credentials, or you'll be removed from the premises.
Oh, of course. Sorry.
I'll be back. I'm gonna forge some paperwork, and it'll be good. It'll be good as gravy. I mean, I could probably forge documents at the library, but I probably gotta go back. What's that girl's name? Oh yeah, Judy. Judy, let me go home real quick. I want to check on my daughter. How you doing? She's helpful, actually. I can show her items.
Do you have a moment, sweetheart? Is everything all right?
Just want to check on you.
I guess so.
Cool. Do we have anything new to show her? Documents. Oh, medication.
I don't want to show that to Patricia. She might think I'm using drugs.
Why do we still have the seizure medicine on us? We still have that guy's phone and they're not tracking it. Okay, we don't have anything new. Let's go see Judy. Judy can help us with some documents. She work all day and night.
Hey, Judy.
Hello, Richie.
Call me Richie.
I need you to help me
My name
forge
is
something.
Richard.
Again? You're really enjoying this newfound life of crime, aren't you?
I prefer to think of myself as a detective.
What's my day? Oh,
Where do the
I'm a
clues
painter.
lead
Like, what's my
today,
day job?
Sherlock?
Prison hospital. I want to talk to Michael Coltrane.
Michael Coltrane. Michael Coltrane. Crazy Mike?
That's
They
the
call
one.
him that.
You know him?
Of course, he was a modern-day Jack the Ripper. At least that's what the papers called him in the 80s. You want to talk to this guy? You're insane.
Is anybody in here
Thanks for the
professional
encouragement.
or like
Just saying, he went on a
sensitive
killing
at
spree
all?
through the city. What does he have to do with your case?
Detective Proctor told me he was the killer in the last of the political assassinations. He might be able to tell me something. Problem is, he went insane just before they caught him.
Huh, wow. Look at you, knowing all the top secret information before me. I'm a little jealous.
I'm starting to get the hang of this. You think you can forge some paperwork to get me in?
Sure, give me a second.
Sure, give me a second. She was so hesitant to help us, now she's helping us break all these kinds of crimes.
This should get you access to most of the prison wing. It's a clearance pass for a visiting psychiatrist. The guard won't look twice at it. Just don't forget, your name is Dr. Frank Villarmo.
Villarmo.
You're my hero, Judy. What would I do without you? You know, not many people would help someone like me. Not after I left everyone I love. After I left you.
Richard, I don't know if I can ever forgive you. I hoped that you would come back one day, but when you disappeared, that hurt. That hurt for a long time.
Where did he
Seeing you
disappear
again
to?
is a little like picking at the scars, you know?
If you want me to leave,
No, stay. I need to know why you left. I need to hear you say it.
I don't care
I
about
told
them
you.
at all.
I had my reasons.
Richard, I don't care what you say. Just don't avoid the question anymore. Why did you leave?
Yeah, why did you? Now I want to
It
know.
happened gradually. I felt myself pulling away from everyone. Getting further and further.
And I still don't know if it was before or
And
after
then I
his
reached
dad
the
died.
point
I'm so confused about this.
When I couldn't speak to anyone.
Why not?
I was depressed. I would lie awake all night, unable to sleep. And when the morning came, I couldn't get out of bed.
They were in a relationship and she didn't
That's
notice
why
this?
you wouldn't sleep here.
I didn't want to put that on you.
You could have told me. I could have helped. We all could have. Patricia, Miranda,
Patricia
everyone.
is not responsible for my mental
I
health. She is
know.
a child.
I chose to be alone. But then, being alone became too much. I couldn't escape the feeling. I started
What? Tell me.
sleeping with my models. I thought it would cure my depression, and it would work for a little while. I would
Yo,
forget how I felt.
oh.
I'd forget everything.
Oh my gosh.
I would convince myself I was happy again. But before the night was over, everything would come crashing down.
I feel
on
like
me
that
again.
detail was like unnecessary.
Richard,
Don't think you
You
weren't
could have been
there
like,
to
I
me.
was depressed.
I cared about you, I did. But once I started with that,
You mean cheating
I
on her?
couldn't look you in the eye. I was so ashamed.
Patricia is trash. I was really vibing
And
with
I ran
him.
away, so that I wouldn't have to see you. You or anyone else. I don't want forgiveness. I don't deserve that. And after I finish investigating my father's murder, I'll leave. I won't bother you again.
I had no idea. I'm glad you told me. Thank you. Thank you for being honest.
It's the least I can do. I'll talk to you soon. I should go.
Sure.
Dude, I hope she doesn't take him back. Depression is an issue, right? A lot of people experience depression. I experienced depression. Cheating on somebody because you're depressed? Sure, I'm sure that can happen. You know, usually it's an insecurity thing, but like, just the way he like delivered it, I don't know, maybe if it's the wording, whoever wrote this game, sounds so, kind of sound manipulative and melodramatic. And I feel like therapy would have been better than what he did, but okay. Anyways, we gotta go break into whatever. You know, I'm not saying therapy is accessible for all, but Richard, lost my respect. Can't spell kind of, won't let me go that far. Okay. All right, we got the pass. Let me see this thing.
Papers I need to get into the prison hospital.
Yeah, I just like, and he went and asked her for help after, like, let's see, like, he got depressed. He didn't tell her what he was going through. Decided to cheat on her instead. Disappeared for 6 years. And and then came back, to ask for her help. That's a little much. Yeah, even for me. I'm a forgiving type, but that is absolutely I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Yeah, that's a little much. If I'm in her shoes, I'm pretty disgusted, and I can't even focus now. Okay, let me give him this card. Let him know who I am. Villa Romero, whatever. Villa
Hello,
Romero.
sir.
Yeah.
I am Dr. Frank Villarmo. I would like to examine Michael Coltrane.
Good afternoon, Doctor. Let me see.
Don't we have to show him an ID as well, not just like
All right,
one
you're
card?
good to go.
Usually like two forms of identification or
Are
something.
you new? I haven't seen you here before.
Yes, I've just arrived from the University of Alabama to study Mr. Coltrane. He is a fascinating subject, I must say.
You could say that. Just be careful. The glass is bulletproof, so you're safe, but he does try to intimidate new people.
Don't worry, I'm used to that.
Can I be honest with you, Doctor?
Of course.
This guy is mentally ill. I mean, seriously deranged. I don't understand why you're all so fascinated by him.
The most disturbing cases are always the most interesting.
I'll say this. He has gotten better over time. Been here 30 years. And when he's medicated, he can at least speak coherently.
The treatments are working then.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, good luck.
Thank you.
I have more to say. You know, this might be controversial, but I think that if somebody has a genuine drug problem or a mental illness that is known to have to make you hypersexual, prone to cheat, because there are mental illnesses like that, then that is more forgivable than how he described it. I never really hear of course depression will make you do a lot of stuff, but it's not specific to cheating like that and disappearing. Disappearing maybe, but not that. Anyways, that's just me. That's how I would handle it. I would be more forgiving if it was the other examples I just mentioned. Okay, thank you for listening to me. Wow, the prison is so cold and dead.
Such cold and unforgiving cells. I'm glad I don't have to sleep in one of these.
Same. Oh, my nightmare.
Such cold. Such.
Let's open one.
The officer said Coltrane is behind bulletproof glass.
Bulletproof
That
glass.
means this is the wrong cell.
It's giving Silence of the Lambs.
This is Michael Coltrane's cell.
It's kind of eerie. It's very much like Silence of the Lambs.
Hello?
Look, oh, he's in a straitjacket? Just 24/7? Pretty big guy. Introduce myself, lying or honest? I'm gonna be honest. I don't have time to waste.
My name is Richard. I know you don't believe me, but I need your help.
No, not another shrink.
I just told you my
I
name
love
was
you
Richard.
people. I'm not crazy. I know what I saw.
I'm not
Is that a
doctor,
black man?
Michael. I just want to hear your story. I want to know what you saw back in the 80s.
I already told my story 1,000 times. They got it on tape and everything. Ask one of your shrink friends to play it for you.
I told you, Michael. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, right. Ain't nobody come through here but doctors and guards. Beat it, Doc.
What if I lied
You're
to
right.
him?
I'm not supposed to be here. I forged documents and snuck in just to see you. My father was killed.
I don't know you. I don't know your father. Not my problem.
He was killed by the same people who hired you all those years ago.
And what do you want from me? I can't help you.
You're the only witness still alive.
You think I know something?
I know something happened to you. You're not the same man you once were. The people who killed my father, they changed you.
Well, that may be true, but it doesn't matter. Nobody believes
I
me.
believe you, Michael.
I do.
Hold up, if you ain't a cop, and you ain't a doctor, how did you find out about me?
Proctor.
Detective Proctor told me about you.
Proctor. Proctor, yeah, that guy, he's still alive.
More or less. Listen, Michael. I risked a lot just coming here. You're the only one who can help me. Please, I beg you. Tell me everything you know about these people. I don't think you're crazy. I trust you. So please, trust me.
All right then.
That was easy. Admire his work? You mean his murderers? Let's skip that. Let's see what that. Excuse me.
Tell me exactly what happened.
I remember like it was yesterday. By that time, I already had 3 kills in the books and a nice pile of money in the bank. So I said to myself, that's it.
It's always when you're trying to walk away, they try to get you.
And this guy, all dressed in black, shows up one day, says he'll pay me 800 grand to kill some guy. He puts 100 grand in cash right there in front of my hand and says, this is just for listening to me. You'll get the rest when the job's done. So I agreed. I'd do one more job.
It's always that last job.
Who did you have to kill?
The target was some guy I'd never heard of, but apparently he was famous. Some kind of president of the Peace of America organization. Tyler Green, if I remember right. To this day, I don't know why this hippie was so important.
Tyler Green was the man who inspired my father's entire political philosophy.
We just now hear about this man.
Pieces start to fall together. So I did the job. The guy in black said to meet him in this shack way out on the outskirts of the city. He asked for pictures, for proof. Oh God, no, not again.
Oh no, is he
What's
having a
wrong?
spell?
I'll see it again. No.
They must have
Get
did
out
something
of
to him,
my
so like whenever he
head.
tries to tell the truth, he starts to
Michael,
like
look at me.
freak out or something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ooh, I still have
Sometimes
those pills on
these
me.
Seizures.
I don't know if
as
he can
the
take 'em.
shrinks call them.
Are you okay to keep talking?
Sure, where was I? Oh yeah, the guy in black says how satisfied they are with my work. Says they got my money right there. But first, he wants to sit and talk. He says they want me to work for them full time, but doesn't say who they are. By this point, I don't really care. Mafia, CIA, the Russians, whatever. I just wanted to get my money and get out of there. And then it happened. The room was quiet. Kinda like
Yeah,
this
they
room
definitely
right
drugged this
now.
man.
But then it got too quiet. No sound at all. He started talking again, but his mouth was closed.
What do you mean?
God help me, I never experienced anything like it. He told me they needed me. They wanted me to be one of them.
Who were they?
I don't know, he just kept sending his thoughts to my head, and I heard every word just as I can hear you now. But that wasn't the worst of it. Someone else was talking. At first I thought they were in the room too, but there was nobody there. He spoke to me. He tried to convince me. He showed me pictures in my head. He showed me their incredible wealth, the power they had. He showed me how they control the world. I saw it all with my head, as if I'd experienced it myself. Like a memory, these people are not from this world. They're monsters, aliens from another planet.
Well, maybe they
I
are.
started screaming. I left the money on the table and ran. And the whole time I was running, I could hear the voices in my head. The voices started speaking some nonsense language, whispering like they were right next to me. I went back to my apartment and lay on the floor for what must have been days.
Do you still hear them, Michael?
I heard them for a week or two after that. Then all of a sudden they stopped. But sometimes
What?
Sometimes I see things.
Like what?
things?
Things not of this world. We are slaves, Richard. I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to see these things. I envy those I killed. Living in this hell is my true punishment.
What?
Don't worry,
It still
Michael.
doesn't explain how he
Everything will be
he
all right.
started seeing, like, all of a sudden he just started
How
saying
often
things and
I
hearing
hear
things.
that phrase. It's never gonna be alright. Never. Not as long as they
So I have two theories.
He may be hiding something important. I should check out Coltrane's apartment in case there's any evidence left behind. That is, if the apartment still exists.
How are we gonna get access to his apartment? Okay, either they found a way to drug this man and slowly drove him insane and like filled his mind with these things, or they're actually like aliens or something like that, and they brainwashed him or something, like they controlled his mind. I remember I don't think I finished this. It was kind of dumb, but like one of the new seasons of American History. Was that American Stories? American Horror Stories, right? Whatever. AHS. I forgot. American Horror Stories, something like this. It's about aliens and like Roswell kind of, and the aliens can like talk to you through your mind. I'm pretty sure, which I feel like is a very common thing for aliens to do. I think they could do it also in Men in Black. Not in Men in Black. Yeah, I'm sure not in Men in Black. Independence Day. I said Men in Black because Will Smith is in both those movies. Anyways, telepathic communication is a very common alien thing. So like maybe they fried his brain, because that's, I mean, as a human being, we're not really able to process all of these things. Not all of us. Anyway, so I don't know his story. Drugged or hypnotized or what? Admire his work? What does that mean?
You've been locked away a long time, so you probably don't know. But you're kind of famous.
We're gonna admire his assassination
You were the best
thing?
at your job. Some might even say you were a legend.
Me?
He only killed 3 people,
Really?
right? Isn't that what he
Look,
said?
I don't condone what you did, but I am impressed you managed to get so close to so many important people. Politicians, world leaders. It's not easy.
I was good, wasn't I? But I hated every second of it.
So why did you do it?
Money.
The money, why else? 800,000 to kill one guy? People on the street kill for a few dollars. I thought of myself as a higher class of killer. But a legend? I never thought I'd be a legend.
That's it for now.
Okay, thanks, Michael, for your help. Sorry about your situation in your life. I don't know how you became an assassin, but
This is Michael. I have nothing to say to him at the moment.
we're apparently gonna go to his apartment, which should be interesting. I mean, because how long has he been locked up? What's the state of it? Like, does not somebody else rent it there? You know what I'm talking about? It's just empty. Wait, it says that we're going to Coltrane's apartment. Hold on, let me go back real quick. Okay, wait, where does he live? I guess gosh, Judy she might as well just come over. Can we just call her? I guess we could have just called her. In fact, oh, it's too late now. Next time I try to call her, maybe she can tell us over the phone, but I highly doubt it.
Hey, just me.
Make it fast, Richie. I'm a little busy at the moment. How did it go? Were you able to talk to him?
A little.
Why is she telling me to
Was
make
he
it fast?
totally
And she's
out
gonna
of his
ask me
mind?
questions.
He was calm for the most part. Must be heavily medicated. But he told me some interesting stuff. He claims he was working for this secret society. I want to look through his old apartment. There might be some clues left behind.
I'm sure the police cleaned the place out. Who knows if it's even
How come
there
I can't just
anymore?
ask for something and you
I still wanna
just say
check it
okay
out.
or no?
Can you find the address?
Like, why question it when I say I want to do something?
Pavarotti sing. Count to 10 and I'll have it.
It's annoying.
Okay, let's see.
Like, if I say like, oh, I think I want to go to the park.
Got
Why
it.
would you want to go to the
Michael
park?
Coltrane,
Like, just
last
like,
known address 952
that wasn't a good example.
Lincoln
I just
Avenue.
used. But you get what I'm
Now,
saying.
Let's see if it's still standing. You're in luck. Nobody's touched the place since 1978. And no new tenants since Crazy Mike.
What year is this? The
I guess
90s?
nobody wants to sleep in Jack the Ripper's old bedroom.
A lot of people would want to sleep there.
All the same, be careful. That's a rough neighborhood. The place is probably crawling with junkies.
I mean, people
Thanks,
who
I
use
will.
drugs usually take over these abandoned houses.
hey.
Or people who have nowhere to live.
Yeah?
I've been
Squatters.
thinking about everything you told me before. I want you to know I'm not mad at you. It took a lot of guts to tell me all that, and it wasn't easy to hear. But I forgive you.
Dang, Judy.
Thanks. That means a lot to me.
I don't want you to disappear again after this. I don't have a lot of friends, and I could use one to talk to now and again.
I'd like that.
Anyway, here I go getting sentimental when you have a case to solve. Have fun at your crack house.
I hate Judy, dude.
Yeah, I'll try. Talk to you soon.
I'll be here.
I hate them both, actually. Now I don't like anyone in this game except for Patricia. Also, okay, wait a second. We're going to Coltrane's house. Nobody's lived it since 1978. She forgave me after five minutes of me being gone, talking about, oh, you know, it's I don't know how many friends, like, and this is your choice. How's his mental state now? Like, that's what we need to be focused on. Because if he's the same guy and he hasn't done the work, he's still unreliable. Not a good friend. This is pissing me off. It's starting to trigger me just a little bit. Okay, Mike's apartment. Here we go. Oh my goodness.
Whoa, this place is a mess.
No squatters in sight, though.
This thing has been cold for more than 30 years. Might as well be making the room colder.
Let's turn it on. I'm cold.
Can't see any use for this thing.
Turn it on like the heat's still running in this place. You never know. This is suspicious.
You can see the underlying brick wall. This place needs some serious fixing.
Let's see.
It seems hollow.
Oh, it seems hollow.
An old table.
Let's take it. Okay, it's not what I... Okay.
One of the table legs broke off.
Did it now. Let's take it.
A table leg broke off.
I love point and click games for those little, like, this is a guitar. Like, I just love that matter of factness.
View of one of the worst neighborhoods in the city. No thanks. A beautiful view.
I mean, he had, like, this place cleaned up. These kind of windows. This is a nice spot. This place is getting light. I don't know, like, obviously what direction it's facing, but I can guarantee you it's probably giving light. All right, we're going to use this stick to, like, shimmy out the brick and see what Michael's hiding in his apartment. Or we're going to do that. Which is crazy, because if this is a room, like, this leads to the same place. Yeah? No? Maybe?
I smashed a hole in the wall with the table leg. That table leg turned out to be pretty useful.
And just threw it to the side?
I don't need to carry that around anymore.
Alright, get in that hole there.
There's something in here. Look at that. A map.
Are we going on a treasure hunt? Okay.
A map I found in Coltrane's apartment. It looks like it leads into the woods. It shows the coordinates of the hut where Coltrane held secret meetings with those people. Whoever they are. At least I hope that's where it leads.
I wonder why there'd be a map there. Did Coltrane make this? Alright, let's go to the hut. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. This place gives me the creeps. I bet no one has stepped foot in this part of the forest in years.
Nobody that wants to be seen.
I'm not gonna lie.
So see what else we can investigate before we go inside. I'm not really a woods girl. I don't really want to be in the woods. I mean, I like hiking through there, but like I don't want to sleep there or stay there. The woods are really eerie to me. I think I'm very much a believer in like everything. Like things like Bigfoot. It's kind of scary.
2 large wooden planks. They're very dusty.
Like I don't think I ever want to go camping for real. Unless I'm in a huge group or something. Or it's like glamping. I don't really like sleeping outside or eating outside. I like being outside because of nature. But I like to be like, be out there and then go home. You know what I mean?
Those are too big to carry around.
What are these?
2 large wooden...
As I was talking, wooden planks.
There's a lot of useless junk down here.
Useless to you?
I don't need this junk.
I don't believe in the word junk. I think that's a derogatory word as well. Nothing is junk. Not with an imagination.
Surprisingly dry, considering the humidity.
Everything in here is wood. Regular wooden board.
A solid wooden board. I'll take it.
Okay, alright, we're getting some stuff. He took that so slow.
A small stick, and what looks like a wax block from a do-it-yourself homemade candle kit.
That's super interesting.
I might find a use for this wax block and that wooden stick.
Okay, so we can make candles?
A dry wooden board.
We're gonna become Boy Scouts in here.
A block of wax. It's hard.
Okay. What else can we find?
A knitted basket. It must have been here for decades. Almost looks like a small table. I don't need that.
There's something here.
A small piece of rope.
I thought it was a worm.
I'll take this piece of rope.
Good for us. This looks suspicious. Looks like there's something under there, but I'm leaving it for last for a reason. Looks like a trap door.
A dirty old rug. Not even a dog would sit on that.
Yeah,
A trap door.
of course. Of course.
It looks like a trap door.
I can't believe we're out here alone by ourselves.
Well. What do we have here? A secret door. I wonder what's down below.
Nobody even knows our whereabouts. I'm calling somebody. This man's tripping. Just tell Judy where we are just in case we go missing. Probably don't even get reception out here. Pick up, Judy. Pick up. Come on, Judy. No, for real.
Hello?
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Judy. How are
Tell
you?
her where you are.
I'm fine. What's up?
Nothing. Just saying hello.
Richard,
Oh,
Oh,
call me if...
sure.
this is important. Okay, tell Patricia. Be a responsible dad. These people... Ugh. Don't ever let the
Of
phone ring like
course.
this when I call.
She never answers her phone.
Ridiculous. I'm just trying to keep alive, but okay, whatever. Alright. This is so dumb. This is like barbarian. I am not this kind of curious in any capacity. Not a single piece of me. I don't think so. I say that, but now I'm doubting it. Would I do something dumb like this? This is dumb.
There is something deeply unsettling about this place. I don't like it. I should look around and get back to the city as soon as possible.
Well, down here with no flashlight. Ugh. Look at these big coats. Are these even coats? Okay.
Looks like a bunch of junk on a table.
Doesn't it?
I can't see anything.
Oh, we gotta make a candle just so we can see down here? That's pretty cute. Okay. Do we even have a source of heat? Do we have hydrogen peroxide? Or we have a rope? What the heck is this?
A solid wooden
A stick. Okay. Wait, what do we have that's hot? Alright, maybe we can cut the wax.
I don't have to cut that into pieces.
Alright, say less. We can put the stick in it?
I'd rather not.
How do you... I don't actually know how to make a candle.
I can't just do that.
I feel like you can do whatever you want.
This is a good idea, but the wax is too hard right now.
Do we have to go home and welt the max? Whoa. Welt the max. I mean, welt? I said it again. It's 3 in the morning. Do we have to go home and melt the wax? That would be ridiculous. We have to go home?
I'd rather not.
Oh, we might have to go home
I'd
and just to
rather
make a
not.
candle? That would be so stupid. Why would he give us all these things?
I can't just do that.
Okay, maybe I can... Oh my gosh. Okay, because I know how to make fire. You know, I do have a sense of survival skills. And you can take a stick to another stick that's kind of hollow and into their smoke, and then you start putting some tinder and stuff that's flammable, and then, you know, burn it. I don't think he's going to be doing that, though, because he's not me.
Richard, this is a bad idea.
He is going to do it. He is
Please
me.
Try not to burn down the whole
Almost
forest.
redeeming yourself, Richard, but not quite. He really is like, wow, we really have the same brain. It's so rare,
I've
though.
actually made
I think
fire.
the same as these protagonists. I actually made fire, this guy, he says.
I put the wooden board on the basket. I don't want to remove the wooden board now.
Okay, let's welt that max down. Oh my gosh. Welt that max. What is this called? Let's melt that wax. And you know what the funny thing is, W's and M's, I get them mixed up because they're like the same letter to me. So that makes it funnier for me. Okay.
Nice. I've melted the wax.
Into what? Just a
I
pile?
put the wooden board on the basket.
Welted max, welted max. It's just, I can't say it the right way. Melted wax is just gonna like run off the table. We don't have a jar to put it in. Oh, maybe we can use this pill capsule. Oh, it's literally in my pocket.
Melted wax.
Melted wax. Can we put it in this?
No, that's not possible.
I feel like that would be the smartest thing to do. I think you put the rope in it now because that's gonna be the wick.
Call me a craftsman. I actually made myself a candle.
with no container.
It's a candle.
It's a candle. I feel like we should blow this out, sir.
I don't want to remove the wooden board now.
Oh, we have to light it first. Right, genius. This is kind of cute.
Now that I've lit the candle, I can put this out.
There we go.
I don't want to be responsible for a forest fire.
That's smart. How long do we have?
A lit candle.
Until it goes out. Oh my gosh, we have a candle. How cute. How convenient that there's just a piece of wax. I guess I feel like that's kind of normal for for a cabin to have like those kind of homemade type of things that you need and blah. Okay, let's put this on the thing and get to looking. Let's light this place up. All right, cute.
A lit candle.
What do we got here?
Looks like a bunch of...
What does it really look like?
I don't need that junk. I don't need that junk.
I'm sorry. What did we light this place up for?
I don't need that junk.
Is this... I mean, we already have the map.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Why did we light a candle down here?
I better leave the candle here.
This man trying to piss me off? What did we do all that for? I thought it was for we could look at the table.
I don't need that
He
junk.
was like, I can't see anything. What made him say that? Why are we down here? Oh, there's a...
What's
I
this?
thought those parts of the table.
These two pieces of paper have some interesting symbols on them. They appear to be different languages, though. I wonder what they mean.
Okay, I want to see them. Oh.
I don't recognize these symbols.
Oh, this is Akkadian, isn't it? Akkadian looks like this kind of... It's not Akkadian. But this is what it looks like. Isn't it Akkadian? Like the first lettering. Let me check it up. Hold on, because I want to be right. Yes, it is Akkadian. I don't know if it's like super accurate, but this is kind of what it looks like when you Google Akkadian like letters. Okay, so now we are actually getting into like Mesopotamian era, kinda, you know? So cool. We might even get to decipher this. This game actually reminds me a lot of Alpha Polaris, which is like one of the first point click games I ever streamed, and it's on my YouTube channel if you don't watch it. It's a super cool game, very scientific, very like real world lore. A little dry. Not my best. I mean, my first experiences with gaming, not the greatest quality, but interesting story nonetheless. So check it out if you like science fiction horror.
Strange looking symbols. They don't look like any kind of human language I've ever seen.
I don't know what these ones could be. This is not what Akkadian looks like. No, you lost me. Like a mixture of like hieroglyphics and Akkadian, maybe. I don't know. Okay, that's cool.
These two sets.
All right, maybe we can. Why am I looking gray? Oh, that kind of scared me. Okay, that.
Nothing else useful
I
here.
didn't think so. Let's blow this out then, dude.
I better leave the candle here.
I feel like we should blow it out so that you don't start the forest fire like you said. Oh, this is so creepy. I'm afraid somebody's gonna be watching us and come get us or something like that. We just left that lit candle in the basement there. Not very responsible. I wonder if we can go to the library and figure this out.
Gonna lie.
Alright, let's go. I don't want to be here either. It's giving me the heebie-jeebies. I want to go to the library. We can't use her computer. She's not down with that. Maybe I can do...
I would love to sit down and read a book, but I have more important things to do at the moment.
I feel like he has to go always to tell Judy everything first.